something pretty special in this case, and we're going to go over it in fine detail right after this. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Addicted to Gear. My name is Tony. Thank you for joining me once again. Now, it's been a while since I did a guitar review for you guys, so I got something pretty special today that I want to talk about, and I think you're going to like it. As you all know, I'm a big fan of semi-hollow body guitars. I have a 335 and a couple of other models made by other companies that are very similar. And you probably already know that I'm a big fan of single cut guitars. And today, this guitar that I have in this case that I'll reveal to you in just a second, checks all the boxes for me. So let's have a look. So this beautiful guitar that I'm holding in my hands today is made by Bootlegger Guitars, and it's the DeVille model. And there's a lot about this guitar that I really like, and I want to go over it with you in some finer details so you know exactly why I think this guitar is so sweet. So first of all, this guitar is made in Korea, and one of the things that I like about this guitar overall is obviously the fact that it's a semi-hollow body. You can see right there, beautiful F-holes, semi-hollow body design. The paint job on this guitar is beautiful. It's a burst and it goes from black to red, and you can see that there's some nice flame in the wood as well. Beautiful looking. And what I really like about this guitar is the fact that it's arched, and you have an arched top as well as an arched back. You can see that, can't you? Now, a lot of times whenever you're dealing with a semi-hollow body guitar, like a 335, a lot of people complain because it is a bit bigger. The actual body size is a bit larger. And some people, especially if you're a smaller built guitarist and you're not a big guy, you might find it a little awkward because the body is so big. Well, this one is really unique because, look at it. First of all, it's a semi-hollow body, but with a single cut. So it reminds me a lot of a Gibson Les Paul type body, don't you think? Now, because it's a single cut, I really like the look already, but the fact that it is also a smaller body design makes it super comfortable to play. Doesn't feel bulky when you're trying to play it. Just feels really nice. So if that wasn't enough, there's some gorgeous 3-ply binding all the way around the guitar on both the front and the back. Well, you can see it here on the sides. So the back of the guitar is dark. You can't see the wood in the back. Same for the sides, but you know, the beautiful color in the front. It has nice gold hardware, And although I always feel that sometimes gold has a drawback because more inexpensive or lower quality gold hardware has a tendency to tarnish pretty fast. But if the quality is good, it should last, you know? So, but I really feel that the gold is a really nice match for the red and the black. I think if it was chromed hardware, it wouldn't look as nice to me. We have the typical 4-button knobs here. So we have the volumes and the tone controls. One thing that I like to point out about this guitar that I like over the 335s is that it doesn't have the input jack or the output jack, however you want to call it, on the top. It's actually here on the bottom. And that makes things so much nicer when you're playing the guitar. It doesn't get in your way. The toggle switch is right over here, 3-way. There's no coil tapping on this design. The guitar uses a set of humbucker pickups. These are Alnico humbuckers. I haven't actually measured the output, but to me they don't seem super hot. So I'd be surprised if they were like, you know, above 8 or 9K, but I have to check those out. One other thing that I like about this guitar is that it's not very heavy. The entire thing weighs about 6.8 pounds. Now also the front to back dimension on this guitar is slightly thinner than what you would see on a 335 guitar. It's about 1.5 inches thick. So again, really comfortable. Now, if we look at the rest of the guitar, it's put together super nice. The headstock design, super nicely done. You can see here we have a 3-3 design. Again, you have binding all the way around. The Bootlegger logo or name is nicely put in there, and it's mother of pearl. You can see that, really nice. Doesn't look like the cheap plastic type of inlays. Super nicely done. Again, gold hardware. Now the tuners on this guitar are Grover style tuners. There's no locking mechanism on them whatsoever, but I don't feel that you really need them. At the headstock here we have a graphite nut in white. Let's talk about the neck for a minute here, because the neck is where all the money is, right? In a guitar, like I say, if you don't like the neck, you're not gonna like the guitar. So the neck material on the front of the fretboard is not as dark as rosewood, and that's because it isn't rosewood. It's actually walnut. And although the grain in the wood is really nice and tight, it's not super dark. You know, I like the look of this fretboard. I don't have any complaints about it. I'm a big stickler for darker woods on the fretboard because I feel that not only does it look more elegant, it also avoids showing the dirt and the grime when you're playing over time. So I like rosewood, I like ebony, but this is nice. And I think with a little oil, I haven't treated the neck at all. I think it'll be a little bit darker as well as time goes on. Now the inlays in here are plastic. They're not like overly ornate. They're very subdued, and I like that a lot. They're not dots, they're actually diamond shapes. Now the frets on this guitar are very nicely done. They're very smooth. I don't feel any jagged or rough frets. No buzzing. And I like the fact that there is no protruding frets. The fact that the neck is bound as well makes it a lot more comfortable, and it really does make it look a lot more elegant as a guitar overall. The radius on the fretboard seems very close to what you would get on a Gibson Les Paul style guitar. And also the neck, the way the neck feels on this, it feels very comfortable in my hands, and it seems like you're holding a slim taper D-style guitar neck from Gibson. Now the bridge and the bridge saddle and the bridge itself are two pneumatic style bridges. And you know, the guitar out of the box was set up nice. The relief on the neck was very nicely done. String action pretty low, intonation dead on. So I didn't have anything really that I needed to do on the guitar. Now, although this guitar is made in Korea, it doesn't skimp on quality from what I can see, it's super high quality. Everything feels top notch. The knobs, the switch, you know, it just looks and feels like quality. So after spending a good deal of time with this guitar and putting it through its paces and playing it on a regular basis, I'm actually loving it a lot. I almost feel like it's making me play my 335 less just because it's more comfortable overall. I can still get the great semi-hollow body tones out of this guitar, and it's a real pleasure to play. And what I really like about it is that it actually looks, plays, and feels a lot more expensive than it actually is. So for somebody looking for a good quality, well put together semi-hollow body guitar, this guitar retails for only $5.99. And that includes a really nice quality, and I usually don't spend time talking about the cases, but in this particular case, the case actually looks and feels top notch. The case is included with this guitar. So for $5.99, you're getting not only a stunning looking guitar, but you're getting a really nice case to protect it and make sure that nothing happens to this guitar. Now, any semi-hollow body should sound good plugged in, but it also should resonate nicely when you're just strumming it unplugged. So I'm gonna just strum it a little bit, and it's gonna be picked up by my lapel mic, but we're gonna hear what it sounds like. So as you can see, the guitar not only plays great plugged in, but it sustains nicely, even unplugged. The attention to detail with the setup is top notch. And obviously, if you're playing rock, blues, jazz, whatever you're playing, a beautiful semi-hollow body guitar is the way to go. It's very versatile and very elegant at the same time. So if you're in the market for a semi-hollow body guitar, mosey on over to bootleggerguitars.com, where you can pick yourself one of these really beautiful DeVilles while they're still in stock. And if you want to check out some of their other inventory, Chuck over at Bootlegger Guitars will be more than happy to fill you in on the rest of the inventory, as well as some really cool amps that he has coming up. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for tuning in to this guitar review. If you like what you're seeing here and you like the content on my channel, don't hesitate, please subscribe. Hit the little bell icon so you'll be notified whenever there's more great stuff coming your way. That's it for today, guys. Stay tuned and keep rocking. We'll be back on Addicted to Gear with more great gear reviews.